Welcome to the YouTube channel of Anand Super 100. In this new initiative, we have brought a series of daily current affairs that are crucial for all the competitive exams. Have a look on today's headlines. HRD Ministry announces NEET scheme. Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana reaches 1 crore beneficiaries. Airfield pavement management system in India for the first time. Access to internet is a basic right, says Kerala High Court. 16th session of the JEC between India and Belgium Luxembourg Economic Union. Fisheries statistics released. Exercise Yuddh Abhyas 2019 concluded. Second Scorpion submarine Khanderi handed. Sea phase of maiden INRSN RTN trilateral exercise commences. RKS Bhadoria appointed next Chief of Air Staff. Rajnath Singh becomes first Raksha Mantri to fly LCA Tejas. National Geoscience Awards given. Let's discuss in detail. In the national news, there is a great opportunity for the students. HRD Ministry announces NEET scheme. Ministry of Human Resource Development has announced a new PPP scheme, National Education Alliance for Technology, NEET, for using technology for better learning outcomes in higher education. What is the objective of this scheme? The objective is to use artificial intelligence to make learning more personalized and customized as per the requirements of the learner. This requires development of technologies in adaptive learning to address the diversity of learners. Ministry of Human Resource and Development would act as a facilitator to ensure that the solutions are freely available to a large number of economically backward students. AICTE would be the implementing agency for NEET program. The scheme shall be administered under the guidance of an apex committee constituted by MHRD. Now coming to the next scheme, Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana reaches 1 crore beneficiaries. Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana PMMVY, a flagship scheme of the government for pregnant women and the lactating mothers, has achieved a significant milestone by crossing 1 crore beneficiaries. The total amount disbursed to the beneficiaries under the scheme has crossed rupees 4,000 crores. Let's discuss when PMMVY was started. Implementation of the scheme started with effect from 1st January 2017. Details of this scheme are: PMMVY is a direct benefit transfer DBT scheme under which cash benefits are provided to pregnant women in their bank account directly to meet enhanced nutritional needs and partially compensate for wage loss. Under the scheme, pregnant women and lactating mothers receive a cash benefit of Rs 5,000 in 3 installments on fulfilling the respective conditionality with early registration of pregnancy, antenatal checkup, and registration of the birth of child and completion of first cycle of vaccination for the first living child of the family. What is the amount of cash incentive under the scheme? The eligible beneficiaries also receive cash incentive under Janani Suraksha Yojana. Thus, on an average, a woman gets Rs 6,000. Which are the top performing states under the scheme? Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Rajasthan are the top 5 states or UT in the country in implementation of PMMVY. Which state have yet to implement the scheme? Odisha and Telangana are yet to start implementation of the scheme. Airfield pavement management system in India for the first time. The Airports Authority of India, along with the CSIR Central Road Research Institute, is set to install airfield pavement management systems APMS in a first at 10 airports across India. Chennai, Surat, Kolkata, Gaggal, Imphal, Agartala, Vadodara, Rajmundry, Khajuraho and Gaya are the medium traffic airports shortlisted for the APMS projects. access to internet is a basic right, says Kerala High Court. The Kerala High Court held that the right to have access to the internet is a part of the fundamental right to education as well as the right to privacy under Article 21 of the Constitution. The court observed, when the Human Rights Council of the United Nations has found that the right to access to internet is a fundamental freedom and a tool to ensure right to education, a rule or instruction which impairs the said right of the students cannot be permitted to stand in the eye of law. The court, while citing the observations of the Supreme Court in the S. Rangarajan and others VP's Jagjeevan Ram 1989 case, said the fundamental freedom under Article 19(1)(a) can be reasonably restricted only for the purpose mentioned in the Article 19(2), and the restriction must be justified on an anvil of necessity and not the quicksand of convenience or expediency. You can look through the map of Kerala for better understanding of its location and its physical features. Now talking about India and the world. 16th session of JEC between India and Belgium Luxembourg Economic Union. The 16th session of the Joint Economic Commission JEC between India and Belgium Luxembourg Economic Union (BLEU) was convened in New Delhi recently. Let's discuss about the background. JEC sessions are convened based on an agreement signed in 1990 in New Delhi. The biennial event is organized in capital cities of the three countries alternatively and is a main vehicle for discussing economic and commercial issues between India and BLEU. When it was established, Joint Economic Commission between India and Belgium Luxembourg Economic Union was established in 1997 and is the main vehicle for discussing bilateral economic and commercial issues. Have a look on the map of Belgium. The capital is Brussels and it is an important city as the headquarters of European Union and NATO are located here. Its bordering countries are France, Germany, Netherlands, Luxembourg. If we talk about Luxembourg, Luxembourg is a landlocked country in the Western Europe and its bordering countries are Belgium, France and Germany. Come to the economic news. Fisheries Statistics released. Handbook on Fisheries Statistics 2018 was released recently. It is the 13th edition which presents useful statistical information for various aspects of fisheries sector. The fisheries sector is the major source of livelihood for over 1.60 crore people, along with double the number in down and upstream. The total fish production of 12.59 million metric tons was registered during 2017-18 with a contribution of 8.90 million metric tons from inland sector and 3.69 million metric tons from marine sector. Andhra Pradesh has recorded the highest production of inland fish, 34.50 lakh tons, whereas Gujarat is the leading state in marine fish, 7.01 lakh tons in the country. There has been steady growth in the export of fish and fish products over the period. Efforts are being made to boost the export potential through diversification of products for export. Next, we will discuss about defense news. Exercise Yuddha Abhyas 2019 concluded. Soldiers from 520 Infantry Battalion of US Army and the Assam Regiment from the Indian Army concluded Exercise Yuddha Abhyas 2019 at Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington, USA on 18th September 2019. What is Yuddha Abhyas? Yuddha Abhyas 2019 is an annual US Army Pacific-sponsored Theater Security Cooperation Program bilateral exercise designed to strengthen the US and Indian Army partnership. However, on the other hand, 2nd Scorpion submarine Khanderi handed. Mazgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited MDL, called Shipbuilder to the Nation, is one of the India's leading defense public sector undertaking shipyards under the Ministry of Defence, continuing their service to the nation with Make in India program. They delivered the second Scorpion submarine Khanderi to the Indian Navy at an event held in Mumbai. What is Khanderi? The submarine Khanderi is named after the white-snouted sawfish, a deadly sea predator of the Indian Ocean. The first submarine Khanderi was commissioned into the Indian Navy on 6 December 1968 and decommissioned on 18 October 1989 after more than 20 years of human service to the nation. What is Karanj? Also, you should know about Karanj. The construction of third Scorpion at MDL Karanj was started on 31st January 2018 and is currently undergoing the rigorous phase of the sea trials. What are Vela, Vagir and Vakshir? The fourth Scorpion Vela was recently launched in May 2019 and is being prepared for sea trials, whilst the remaining two submarines, Vagir and Vakshir, are in the various stages of outfitting. The Scorpion project would not have been achieved up to the current progress without the unconditional support and active encouragement of the Department of Defence production. Let's have a look on the persons in news. RKS Bhadoria appointed next Chief of Air Staff. Government has decided to appoint Air Marshal RKS Bhadoria as the next Chief of the Air Staff after the retirement of Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa. Air Marshal RKS Bhadoria was commissioned into the fighter stream of Indian Air Force in June 1980 and has held various command, staff and instructional appointments at various levels, including the present one as Vice Chief of Air Staff. In this series, Rajnath Singh becomes the first Raksha Mantri to fly in LCA Tejas. Shri Rajnath Singh has scripted history by becoming the first Raksha Mantri to fly the light combat aircraft Tejas. Shri Rajnath Singh undertook 30-minute sortie in the indigenously built multi-role fighter aircraft with Air Vice Marshal Narmadeshwar Tiwari at the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited HAL airport in Bengaluru. Tejas is a multi-role fighter with several critical capabilities. It is meant to strengthen India's air defense capabilities. For more information, you can see the image of Tejas. In the series, the next is about awards and prizes. National Geoscience Awards given. The National Geoscience Awards for the year 2018 for outstanding contributions in the field of geosciences, mining and allied areas were presented to 22 scientists from across the country. Professor Syed Waji Ahmad Naqvi, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research (CSIR), received the award for excellence for his significant global contributions in the field of aquatic biogeochemical research. Today's subjective questions for competitive exams are: first is, what is recently in news NEET scheme? The answer is, Ministry of Human Resource Development has announced a new PPP scheme, National Educational Alliance for Technology NEET, for using technology for better learning outcomes in higher education. The objective is to use artificial intelligence to make learning more personalized and customized as per the requirements of the learner. MHRD would act as a facilitator to ensure that the solutions are freely available to a large number of economically backward students. AICTE would be the implementing agency for NEET program. The scheme shall be administered under the guidance of an apex committee constituted by MHRD. The next question is, what do you know about Khanderi? Answer is, Mazgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited (MDL) have recently delivered the second Scorpion submarine Khanderi to the Indian Navy at an event held in Mumbai. The submarine Khanderi is named after the wide-snouted sawfish, a deadly sea predator of the Great Indian Ocean. The first submarine Khanderi was commissioned into the Indian Navy on 6 December 1968 and decommissioned on 18th October 1989 after more than 20 years of human service to the nation. In true nautical tradition, she will now be reincarnated by MDL to guard the vast maritime area of our nation. The Scorpion class of submarines can undertake multifarious tasks typically undertaken by any modern submarine, which include anti-surface as well as anti-submarine warfare. Coming towards the multiple choice questions for competitive exams, the first one is Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, a flagship scheme of the government for pregnant women and lactating mothers, was launched on Option A 1st January 2015, Option B 1st July 2016, Option C 1st January 2017 and Option D 1st July 2018. The correct answer is Option C 1st January 2017. The next is the Kerala High Court held that the right to have access to the internet is part of the fundamental right to education as well as the right to privacy under which of the following article of the Constitution? Option A Article 19, Option B Article 20, Option C Article 21 and Option D Article 22. The correct answer is Option C Article 21. Question number 3. India stands at which of the following places in the world in fish production? Option A 1st, Option B 2nd, Option C 5th, Option D 6th. The correct answer is Option B 2nd. Question number 4. Yuddha Abhyas 2019 is Option A Joint Military Exercise of Indian and American Armies, Option B Joint Military Exercise of Indian and Nepalese Army, Option C Joint Military Exercise of Indian and Bangladeshi Armies and Option D Joint Military Exercise of Indian and Japanese Armies. The correct answer is Option A Joint Military Exercise of Indian and American Armies. Question number 5. Recent in news Khanderi is Option A new missile developed by DRDO, Option B name of new Indian script developed for blind persons, Option C new species of langurs found in Western Ghats of India, Option D a name of submarine. The correct answer is Option D a name of submarine. Thank you so much for watching. We will continue the series in the next episode. Keep on learning.